Welcome to the show, Kristy.
Hello.
Kristy, where are you from?
I currently live in Reading, Pennsylvania. I'm originally from Lancaster.
Oh, really? That's
Yep.
cool. And have you been up here for a while?
Yeah, several years.
Nice, nice. And you also work for Browns, right?
I do. Yep.
Nice. And how long have you been at Browns?
I've officially been here at the end of the month. It'll be 5 years.
5 years. That's
Yep.
cool. That's cool. So you have some experience then with our products, and do you ever help create any of the products?
I don't necessarily help create them, but I do help with some of the packaging when we first get the idea, and I'll usually get some direction on what we want the packaging to look like, and I'll start mocking it up from there.
When it comes to either pet birds or wild birds or small animals, which arena do you play in your personal life?
I'm in the wild bird category.
Wild bird category. Cool. You were telling me this story. I thought you were talking about blue jays, which was funny because then I realized you weren't talking about blue jays. What kind of bird was visiting your feeder?
I was referring to were bluebirds, so eastern bluebirds. Um,
Eastern bluebirds.
yep. They're usually found in like grassy areas and open plains, but we do have a couple in my neighborhood. And I had a mating pair that would come to my feeder last winter, which was really fun to watch because the males are really that bright blue color. The females are also blue. They're just a little bit more of a dull brownish blue. And they're not usually feeder birds because they eat a lot of insects. So it was really exciting to see them at my feeders.
Did you do something interesting with your feeders last year?
Not anything too crazy, just kept them filled regularly. But over the summer, we had a new product launch that we were working on for our American blend. And I took some of it home. I made a little sample mix and took it home to see what my birds would think of it. And my best friend got me a feeder that sticks onto my window with a suction cup.
Oh,
And
cool.
I started filming them. But I did obviously don't have a stand or anything like that. So I just took my phone and I stuck it on my window with packing tape and I just hit record. And then like 30 minutes or so, if I saw anybody flitting around, I'd go let them do their thing. And then when it seemed like it was a little lull, I'd go turn it off and check the video. And it was fun to see the results that I got from that.
So what was the product that you were using specifically that brought those bluebirds to your feeder?
I think at that point, I think I was using our, I think it was our no waste blend,
Okay.
which I really like because it's all the shells are hulled and there's not a lot of filler stuff that they throw away. They tend to eat all of it. So
And
it's an economical blend and it's easy cleanup for me.
and when you say whole, what does that mean?
Sunflower seed shells. So it's just the hearts inside, the ones that like we eat as humans,
Okay.
because you don't eat the black or striped shells that are on the outside. Birds
Okay.
birds don't either, so they'll pop them open and just eat the little heart that's inside.
And so then I'm assuming if they're only eating the hearts, not the outside, then they're not quote unquote spitting them out or throwing them on the ground. And
Correct.
so therefore it keeps your place clean.
Yep.
Look. Okay. That wow, that's actually I never thought about the benefit of that, but that's a huge benefit
Mhm.
because I know that those could pile up. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden your ground looks black and it's like,
Oh
what?
yeah.
That's very cool. The What kind of birds visited your feeder where you were recording them on the window?
On the window, I have a lot of house sparrows, a lot of house finches. They're very common in our area. They're actually common all over the United States, all over. They're probably the most common ones that you'll see anywhere. So I have a lot of them. And then I actually have a lot of mourning doves in my area
Mm,
too.
okay.
They're also not generally feeder birds, they're ground feeders. But this particular group that I've had, they really enjoy the feeders and they will, no matter how big they are, they're going to find a spot on the window. They're going to find a spot at the feeder.
Do they bully the other birds when they pop up in there, or is it
No, not really. They're just a little big.
just big? That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. They're just taking up the space.
Yep.
That's cool. That's very cool. Now, you used to have a cat that watched the birds or something like that, right?
Yeah. I had my second cat. His name is Thomas. And he was my special little man because I got him from my mom. It's like a whole story. But he was harness trained. So I could put on a harness for him and I could take him outside and walk. He He didn't really like to walk on the leash, but if I took him out to the end of my driveway, he'd try to walk himself back into my house, and it was fun. Um, but I just put him in the harness and I'd let him wander around my yard and he'd watch the birds inside and out. And yeah, he really enjoyed it. And now my current cat, Winston, he does too from inside. He's not an outside boy.
Winston's not an outside boy. You say he's more inside.
Yeah.
Does he look at the birds through the
Oh,
window?
yeah. He likes shadows too. So if he sees anything flitting around, there's a shadow, he's like all over it. Same with
That's
bugs. He loves bugs too.
that's so cool. Do you have any other cool little stories that happen? Do you have any squirrels or anything that run around your backyard?
I had a couple, but not so much anymore. I have a baffle. I have a really big baffle on my feeder pole.
Oh, okay.
So that helps block them from getting up and down the pole. And for some reason, they never figured out to get on top of it from my roof. I've had one, but he doesn't go after my food or anything like that. So I really don't have a problem with squirrels.
So what did you call that? A baffle?
The baffle, yeah.
Baffle. I guess it baffles the squirrel on how to get to the food.
Yeah.
And then obviously for those who do have squirrel problems, we do have wild bird food that there's peppers and chilies and things inside of it to help prevent the squirrels from going after it. Is that true?
That is true. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We have that's our no squirrels, just birds food. And then there's also one that has extra with sunflower seeds. So there's extra sunflower seeds in it. But it's hot peppers that are mixed in. That's really what like the main, and safflower seeds. Squirrels don't necessarily like them because they're bitter to them. So but they have to try the food first. So even if you put it in your feeder, they're going to try to go after it anyway, but then they'll learn that I don't like what's in that feeder. I'm not going to go to that feeder anymore.
Okay. That makes sense. That
So you have
makes
to
sense.
train them a little bit.
Okay. Okay. So you can either use the baffle or you can use food to actually train the squirrels to stay away.
Yep. Or you could also set up their own feeder elsewhere if you have the space,
Okay.
because they really like peanuts and that's like their main squeeze. So if you can get a squirrel specific feeder and just set it up somewhere else, they'll tend to go after that rather than your actual bird feeders.
Okay. That's super helpful. That's super helpful. So those are 3 strategies if you have squirrel issues. Either train them, use the baffle, or set up a separate feeder with some Brown's peanuts, and they'll go over there instead of to your feeder typically.
Yep.
So
And there is one more product that we have specifically for squirrels, which is our squirrel crazy feast. So it's peanuts, it's chunky. I think there's some other nuts in there. And I think some veggies or fruits. I think it's
Nice.
fruits. I think it's veggies actually.
very cool. Very cool. Well, Kristy, this was super helpful and fun to just hear about these bluebirds and other creatures that float around your backyard and on your windowsill. And thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Ciao.
It's this summer afternoon, the air standing still. Winston's watching shadows, chasing dreams against the windowsill. But there you are, Mr. Bluebird, perched up high like a flash of color in the faded sky. Last winter you came, a surprise I didn't see. But now I can't imagine a summer without you and me. You're more than just a visitor, you're part of my day. And I'll keep that feeder full, hoping you'll stay. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you make my heart sing. With every flap of your wings, you bring the spring. Rounds blend in the feeder, no mess, no fuss. It's got what you need, it's made just for us. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you bring me light. In the slumbering summer, you make everything right. The squirrels keep trying, but they'll never win. I've got my baffle up, keeping them from getting in. But you're welcome every time you fly. I'll take my phone to the window, capturing you from the sky. And Winston, well, he's more of a quiet observer, watching your wings like he's some kind of bird lover. Together we sit, just waiting for you. The whole world slows down when your feathers break through. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you make my heart sing. With every flap of your wings, you bring the spring. Rounds blend in the feeder, no mess, no fuss. It's got what you need, it's made just for us. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you bring me light. In the slumbering summer, you make everything right. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you make my heart sing. With every flap of your wings, you bring the spring. Rounds blend in the feeder, no mess, no fuss. It's got what you need, it's made just for us. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you bring me light. In the slumbering summer, you make everything right. Sparrows keep trying, but they'll never win. I got my baffle up, keeping them from getting in. But you're welcome every time you floss. It's got what you need, it's made just for us. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you bring me light. In the slumbering summer, you make everything right. The squirrels' American blend grow right here at home. With black oil, sunflower seeds, it's the food you know. Cracked corn millet, it's what you crave. Keeps you coming back to the songs you gave. Supporting our land, the wild and free, bringing every color right back to me. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you make my heart sing. With every flap of your wings, you bring the spring. Browns blend in the feeder, no mess, no fuss. It's got what you need, it's made just for us. Oh, Mr. Bluebird, you bring me light. In the slumbering summer, you make everything right. Asleep, the sun's fading away, but I know you'll be back to brighten my day. Mr. Bluebird, you'll always have a place right here with me in this quiet space.